People are taking the warning seriously. They're staying home. Our Lauren Turman continues our team coverage from downtown Memphis. And Lauren, you've seen a handful of people and more ATVs and four-wheelers than people at this point.
There are certainly a lot of people out here right now, Ruben and Pepper, more than what was just seen a couple of minutes ago here as well. And I'm going to show you what things are looking like. You can see some people that are walking down Beale Street right now. Again, we checked in here about 20 minutes ago, and it wasn't even close to as many people as you're seeing now. But of course, for good reason, as you mentioned, this is pretty minimal for Beale Street out here. Now, again, we've been looking at the roads, looking to see plowing and what roads around the downtown area have been plowed. And of course, we were here earlier, and so we're back in the same spot to see how the conditions have been. And this road behind me has been plowed, but some of the surrounding areas near the Forum, near Beale Street, near some of the major hotels in this area have not yet been plowed, as crews are working their way to several different spots across Memphis to make sure that that actually happens and it becomes safer for drivers out here. Now, speaking of road conditions and drivers, I want to talk to you about those who may need another form of transportation, which is MATA. You can see that MATA truck right there as a means of transportation for some people. Blue City Cafe is one of the only restaurants or businesses on Beale Street that is actually open this evening, but for people who are interested in taking transit, MATA has suspended its services. They suspended it since 4 p.m. this afternoon. And as of right now, it is very fluid as to when they may resume those services. However, for people who are in need of going to warming centers or have other emergencies related to that, they are providing some rides as conditions permit to anybody who might be needing to go to those warming centers at this time. So for now, that transportation is stalled, but it is something that will likely resume hopefully over the next couple of days, unless conditions really worsen from this point on. So we, of course, are waiting to see more about that. We're looking at a lot of people as they're walking up and down Beale Street, seeing if some of these businesses are open. You see someone right there coming out of Blue City Cafe, encouraging people to come in on the street tonight. So it seems like everybody is pretty cheerful out here, but of course, this is a very serious situation as we are awaiting more sleet, snow, ice across the Mid-South and in the Memphis area as well. And we will be sure to monitor these roads and also monitor the updates with MATA to see for anybody who is looking to take public transportation at this time when those services may resume for good. For now, live in downtown Memphis, I'm Lauren Turman, ABC24 News.
All right, Lauren is a people magnet. I'm telling you, trucks, ATVs, people are everywhere Lauren is. All right, federal funding is heading to Arkansas to help with response and recovery from this winter storm.
Now, President Donald Trump approved Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders' request for an emergency declaration.
Of course, our meteorologists expected sleet, snow mix for most of eastern Arkansas. That's where our Alicia Renee picks up our team coverage from across the river as she's in West Memphis. Alicia?
Yes, Ruben, it's extremely cold out here. I don't know how many times we're going to have to say it, but make sure you bundle up and have on all kinds of layers. Now, right behind me is the I-55 interstate. The traffic has picked up just a little bit, but not a whole lot. Trucks are still driving kind of carefully as it's kind of slushy and refreezing. Now, I wanted to pick up another snowball, but it's rock solid. On this hill right here, I can literally step on it. It's kind of like rock climbing without hands. So make sure you are careful if you're getting out tonight to try to play in the snow. It's actually going to be ice. So right behind me, there is a plow team right here in the casino's parking lot. They're trying to move this ice out of the way, and they're trying to make sure that people are able to drive throughout these parking lots. There are people out here shoveling what is now ice and the snow out of the way, so make sure you are careful. Again, if you are in the West Memphis area and you're looking for a warming center, they do have one at the Roberta Jackson Neighborhood Center, 1300 East Polk Avenue in West Memphis, Arkansas. If you need a ride there, you can call the non-emergency line and they will get somebody to you to take you to be warm. You don't have to be homeless. If your power is out or you're in need of a warm meal, clothes, or just entertainment and community, they have that for you. So I'm out here in West Memphis. It's extremely cold. Again, I'm going to stay layered and bundled up, and I'm gonna make sure that I keep eyes on the roads, on the conditions, and if people really coming in the casino to gamble, it doesn't look like they coming out tonight. In West Memphis, I'm Alicia Renee, ABC24 News.
Alicia, great reporting there. Now that snow looks fluffy. It looks like you just want to jump in it, but it's hard. So don't do that at all, because as you saw, Alicia Renee was telling us that it is hard now.
Yeah, a lot of good information there. And the casino, I think that's a very good indicator, right? Casinos are almost always busy.
Right.
And that casino has nobody in the parking lot.
Nobody. And staying off the roads is your best bet, because unfortunately we have reported that there has been a death from a crash in Dyer County, and the weather is to blame. So
this map is going to give you an idea of the area that we're talking about, just in case you're not familiar with it. It happened on Fort Hudson Road, that's near Highway 221 in Dyersburg. In fact, our Ezekiel Telemaco picks up our live team coverage from Dyersburg with what we're learning about this crash and what the conditions are out there right now. Ezekiel?
That's right, Ruben. If you're thinking about driving, you better stay in the house, because it is not safe to be out on the road. This was a 33-year-old man that basically got in an accident. No other vehicles were involved near Highway 221, and he was pronounced dead on the scene. Please be very careful. You know, if you feel unsafe, make sure to pull over to the side, turn your hazards on, call 911, call a tow truck, do whatever you can to get out of that situation, because it is not safe to be out on the road right now. And there's a reason as to why these establishments right here are all closed, because you know it's just not safe to be out. And the weather, you know, earlier this evening there was more of a light snow, and it's starting to become these ice pellets. Our meteorologist Kit Thomas is calling it sleet, or you know, he keeps mentioning how it is just getting more and more dangerous to be out on the road at this moment. And it's just a sad situation, because on one hand I've seen people doing donuts in the parking lot, you know, having fun, and then learning about this man who was 33 years old that died from this car accident because of the weather conditions. It just shows you that, you know, when somebody's having fun, there's always an opposite to that, and it's always good to be mindful of your surroundings and to be aware of the conditions. Live in Dyersburg, I'm Ezekiel Telemaco.
All right, thanks, Zeke, for that report. Now, people who rely on food delivery service for their food tonight, they're going to have to find another way to get some food during this winter storm. That's right. If you were planning on DoorDashing anything, that's not happening. You see, DoorDash has suspended all deliveries in Memphis and surrounding areas until at least tomorrow morning. That could, though, change depending on the conditions. They could come back, or they could extend that if it gets worse. The company plans to have drivers back out and dashing once the roads are safe again. By the way, we've reached out to Uber Eats to see if they're doing the same thing. We have not heard back yet.
All right, here is a live look at the flyover, and as we continue to see this camera shot, we are just seeing the conditions really change hour by hour.
Yes, the evolution of the winter storm here in Memphis at this point. We'll be back with the very latest right after this.